Today, we are going to make some of your favorite. We're gonna make Oreo Surprise. So the first thing you have to do is you have to make your pudding. So to make your pudding, this is gonna be a little different than what the box says. So you don't have to necessarily read the box, but you're gonna take the two puddings that are in your cooking bag. I've got Ann here with me. She's my helper today.
Hey y'all, we miss your faces.
And we're gonna just take this pudding and we're gonna pour it in. And my trusty sidekick. Then we're gonna take the other pudding. Do this. And we're gonna put 3 1/4 cups of milk. And your milk you would have gotten at Walmart with your Walmart gift card that we sent you. So you need 3 1/4 cups. 1, 2, 3 1/4. And then you're gonna take a whisk, or if you don't have a whisk, you can use a mixer if you've got a mixer at your house, whatever you wanna use, but I'm gonna use the whisk. And you're just gonna mix this really, really well, because you want it to be really mixed. You don't want any powder to be in it. And then when you're done mixing this, you're gonna stick it in the refrigerator for about 30 minutes or so. You keep mixing until it feels thick. So once you start it feeling thick and there's no stuff left, go ahead and put it in the refrigerator. And while it's in the refrigerator, it's what we call setting. While it's in the refrigerator setting, you're gonna get your box of Oreos. And you're gonna start to take those Oreos out and put them into a Ziploc bag. And that's what we're gonna do next. So I'm gonna keep mixing. And I think that's about ready.
That looks yummy, Miss Carrie.
Okay, so that's gonna go in the refrigerator. So we took the Oreos that were in your cooking bag and we placed them into a baggie. I'm sure you have big baggies at your house. If you don't, there's lots of baggies in your box that you could use. And then we place those in the baggie and we make sure that it's closed really well. And we're gonna make sure that they're all crunched up. We've already done most of these. If you have something like this at your house, a food processor, that can also be used to cut up your Oreos if you want to. Now we're gonna take a bowl and we're gonna pour these Oreos in the bowl. And Ann helped me take a stick of butter, which you bought your butter with the Walmart gift card. You're gonna take a stick of butter and you're gonna melt that butter. And Ann's gonna take this melted butter and she's gonna put it into the Oreos. And then we're just gonna stir that up. So when you do that, it kind of makes sort of an Oreo crust. And once you've mixed all of that butter in, you're going to take a 9 by 13 container. Most of the time they're glass, sometimes you have these, but just any kind of container. It doesn't even have to be this big, whatever size you wanna do. So you're gonna take that container, and Ann, if you will help me, I'm gonna dump this in here. And then I'm gonna take the back of my spoon and just press it down. You can also do this with your hands. It's kind of fun to do with your hands, but sometimes the butter's a little bit hot.
Make sure you wash your hands.
Yes, make sure you have washed your hands really well. And between making your pudding and doing this, make sure that you've done that. So any big pieces you can cut up. And now you have made your Oreo crust. So that's just gonna be put to the side. So this is your Oreo crust. And now what we're gonna do is we're going to take the whipped cream. Again, the whipped cream is one of those things that you got when you went to the store. So you're gonna take your whipped cream and you're gonna, what you're making now is the topping I'm just using the same spoon. Probably not the best idea, but it's fine. So I'm gonna take my whipped cream. And while I'm doing this, you have some confectioner sugar in your box. Anne's gonna measure out 1 cup of confectioner sugar. While she's doing that, I'm just kind of getting my whipped cream like this. Confectioner sugar gets everywhere, so be really careful when you do this. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna mix the confectioner sugar in with the whipped cream. And while I'm doing this, could you go get our pudding out of the refrigerator? So our pudding has been in the refrigerator. It's been sitting in the refrigerator. And what you're gonna do is you're just gonna keep mixing this whipped cream. Oops, see, it's a mess. It gets everywhere. You're just gonna mix this whipped cream with that powdered sugar until you've got most of the powdered sugar. And so now what we're gonna do, you could do this however you wanna do it. If you want the whipped cream to go on top, you can do that. If you want the pudding to go on top, you can do that. I tend to put the whipped cream on top, but you can put the pudding on top if you want to. And what do you wanna do? Pudding on top or whipped cream on top?
I say whipped cream on top.
Okay, whipped cream on top. So what we're gonna do is you're gonna take whatever you've got. I've got a little measuring tool here, and you're just gonna take this pudding and you're just gonna start to lay this, and you'll notice that it's pretty firm because it's been sitting in the refrigerator. So you're gonna take this, and we're gonna spread it out in just a minute. That's how you know pudding's ready, when it's kind of between a solid and a liquid a little bit. Yummy. Best thing ever. So I'm just gonna do this. Isn't Anne the best assistant ever? I know y'all are missing seeing Anne and all the people at camp that work with you. We are missing you so much. So sad to not be there, but hopefully this will be a little taste of camp at your house. Okay, so we have spread that pudding, and so now we are going to spread the whipped cream. Again, if you've got 2 different spoons, totally use 2 different spoons, but they're all going to the same place, so that's fine. So I'm gonna take this whipped cream, and I'm gonna now put this on top. And a treat, an extra treat that you can do is you could have left some of the Oreos that you crunched up. You could have left them in the bowl and then you can put them on top. I'm not gonna do that, but you could absolutely do that. And now we're just gonna take this whipped cream. We're gonna do this. Y'all, this is my favorite thing about camp. That's why I wanted to make it, because honest to goodness, this is one of the best, well, you guys are my favorite thing about camp, but my favorite thing to eat at camp is probably this. I do like the chicken fingers too, but I really like this too.
And at home, you get to lick the bowl.
You do. That's what Anne's gonna do when we're off. So now, you, with the ingredients you had and the gift card you had, you have made your very own Oreo surprise. So now what you're gonna do is you're gonna get with your family on family night, and you're going to get your Domino's gift card. You can have s'mores tonight too, but you can have this Oreo surprise for dessert as a special treat too. So have a great night. We love you. Mwah.
Bye.
Hey campers, today one of the things in your boxes is a colorful chemistry set. There are directions in there, it tells you exactly what to do. It is from one of my favorite websites. I am so excited that you have this. Can you take your colorful chemistry set, do it with somebody, an adult at your home, and then have them take pictures, tag us. We wanna see what you make with your colorful chemistry set. We can't wait to see. Hope you're having a great day for Sam at Home. We miss you.